Hello again, everybody. It's Tanya with Tinkering in Ink with Tanya, and I'm here with another video showing you another technique. I am such a technique junkie. I posted this card recently on my blog and had a request for a video of how I did this. I've made several cards with the same technique, basically drawing a circle in pencil and filling it in with watercolor and then adding more details to the card. This was done on Arches cold press 140-pound watercolor paper, and I think it was probably one of the first uses I did. I did two of the same and then couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of the card for a long time, so this is how they ended up eventually. And then this was a couple months ago. Ended up featuring that on a blog hop for Stamp Review Crew, I believe. And this one I just featured on my blog a few days ago. It had been sitting in my pile of cards that had yet to make it to my blog. And maybe because it's not my favorite card. It turned out okay. There is plenty of shimmer, but not my favorite inside. Okay, so today we're going to do something different. We're going to do the circles, but we're going to use Emerald Envy, Lemon Lime Twist, and Crushed Curry. Very spring palette. It is May, and that is definitely springtime in northern Minnesota. We're also going to use this stamp set. It's called Love Sparkles. It's in the Occasion Mini and will be gone for good here in just a couple of weeks. So if you haven't gotten it, I love this stamp set. I've only used it a couple times, but the sentiments are awesome, and we always need big words. So let's get started. So I taped a piece of watercolor paper to a board, surprise, surprise, and we're going to use, in this case it's empty. My grandson discovered my drawer of glitter and embossing powder and managed to dump 3 of these containers. I now have romantic red glitter through my whole house. It'll be there forever. You know how glitter is. So we're going to take this and lightly draw circles all over the page, and you can keep them nice and even, or you can vary them, make them more scattered. And you're going to erase these later, so keep that in mind. You don't want real harsh pencil lines. And you want a good eraser. I use a pink pearl one. There's a white one that you can use. I can't remember the name of. I have, but most of the time I find my pink one first. Almost done drawing circles. Couple more here. It's a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here. Already moved some wood pile and then proceeded to scrub the poison ivy off of my arm and my ankle. Yeah, lovely. Alright, so we're going to take our ink pads and open them up, and I'm not going to squeeze. I'm going to use re-inker because I want fairly intense color here. So I'm just going to put a drop. Well, there's lots in this already. I'm going to put a drop of Emerald Envy in that case, a drop of Crushed Curry in that case, and a drop of, there it is, Lemon Lime Twist in that case. Or 2 drops, that's what popped out. And I am going to use a watercolor brush. I'm not going to use my aqua painter. I could use the aqua painter, but I'm not. We're going to start with the Crushed Curry. We're just going to watercolor inside the circle. That is intense. If it is too much color, you can certainly take a clean cloth or paper towel and dab some off. If you want a varying in intensity, you can do you can dab some off in certain areas, make it darker in others. All right, and I think we will move on to the next color. Using a big watercolor brush makes this go so fast. This is quite, I think I want a less intense green at first and have it darken towards the bottom. This is by no means a precise technique. Here I'm adding some more darkness towards the bottom. I am going to dab off some of that crushed curry in the corner here. Yep, and up here. I want less intensity up there. Alright. And then I think I'm going to make the next row of green more intense than this row, so I should probably dab off some of the green. Yeah. Kind of got some cloth marks there too, that's cool. Now, more intensely green. You can also wet these circles first and kind of let the water move the color when you drop it in. I think that might have been how I did the blue and the Dapper Denim and Emerald Envy card. Here, let's add some clean, clear water. To this. And watch how it wicks out around the circle. Oop, I'm getting uneven edges because I'm dabbing too much. Just helping it spread here. There's plenty of water on that. Actually, probably more water than I wanted. And now I'm going to need a little more of the lemon lime twist over here on the palette. Now, if you were squeezing onto the... Oh, we're getting too much water. That's kind of cool, though, how the cloth creates a pattern in the painting. Going for a more intensely colored circle here now. This could use less at the top. I love how you can pick up color. When you're watercoloring. I think I might layer some of the Emerald Envy onto the lemon lime twist here, because we're not going to have a whole lot of that otherwise. Oh, isn't that an awesome color? It's got qualities of aqua and teal and green all together. Playing with fire here, aren't I? Sometimes we experiment and love it, and sometimes we experiment and not so much. We'll see how this turns out. Just dabbing. I'm going to take some clean, clear water here. See if I can't blend it out a bit. Too much water. Oh, that's kind of cool. What you think so far? Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Now, it's time to dry this. Take my heat tool. You could let this air dry, but we all know I don't do that a whole lot. If you do go from a higher level, like 8 inches or higher, 6-8 inches, it doesn't move the water around as much and it still dries it quickly. Almost there. Just that one little spot left. Okay, it's dry. Now is a good time to go back with that eraser. Oh, I found that white one I was talking about. The high polymer eraser or the pink pearl. Either one will work. You just want something that's not going to leave marks behind. And we're going to erase our pencil lines because we don't need them anymore. You can do this with any shape. I've seen some awesome triangles and hexagons and squares, diamonds, all kinds of different shapes I've seen used for this. Okay, make sure you're not picking up any damp ink from the edges. Okay, nice and clean. Erases pretty nicely. Okay, now I'm going to add some spatters, just like so. I'll let those sit on there. Actually, I might dry them a little bit, let them shift some of the ink, speed that up a little bit. And then the next time I will dab it off. You don't have to do it this way. You could dab it off right away. I'm going to dab some of it. Oh, yeah. Loving that. Okay. So now the question is, do we want to stamp in black or do we want to stamp in some other color? I think we're going to stamp in black. No, in matching colors. Boy, I'm so decisive. I'm going to do some stars, I think. Oh, and another thing. I had taken a bunch of scrap paper and cut some holes in them so I could create some fast, easy stencils or masks. Look at that. I quite like that. Let's do glow. And I think we will do black. We want some pop with this. And that is going to hang off the edges. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. And let's see, what else are we going to stamp? Should we switch colors and do some, oh yeah, there's some Stardust type stamps on there. We're going to use that next. See, you get to see how my mind works when it comes to creating. And we need some lemon lime twist. Oh yeah, sparkle. Let's use a lined block so we can see where we're stamping. Make sure it's going in the right direction. It's going to straddle a couple of circles. Yeah. Lengthen. Glow, sparkle, celebrate. I don't know, but this is turning into a pretty fun card. Yep. Wow, is that fun or what? I think we need a little bit more. Well, we could do some of that star again in lemon lime twist right here. And then a little more of the sparkle. Well, that doesn't quite show on the mix of greens there. I think we need some more sparkles down here in the Emerald Envy. I think you can see what I'm doing. And on this one, ooh, I almost put ink where I didn't want it. There we go. This actually needs some more sparkle, doesn't it? Or does that sparkle enough? Let's clean up a little bit or we'll have a mess later. Like in 10 seconds. Let's see. Let's add a little It's Your Day, celebrate. Oh yeah. Okay, let's reveal this. Now that I've used just about every stamp in that set. Don't you love it? Oh, I love those colors. Wow. All right, time to get a card base. Okay, so I went and grabbed a thick Whisper White card base, and I also stitched around because that's what I do. And I think we need to add some love to the inside of this card. Crease that good, and then open up ink pads again. And let's add a little bit. How do I want to do this? And, oh, you couldn't even see that. Sorry. Oh, that looks good. I wanted to add all 3 colors, but I think those 2 are enough. Get that all out of the way, and then we'll use some fast fuse to stick this to the card base. Get that nicely centered. Now if you had some clear sequins or anything, you could use those. I don't know that it needs sparkle, but I think I want to add some. Where's my clear Wink of Stella? There it is. And the fresh one, not the one that's mostly water anymore. Maybe just do a couple of the circles. Remember, this will move color around, so you don't want to spend too much time on the anything like, you don't want to smear your watercolor. All right, that's it. What do you think? I'm going to list all the products that I used for this card in the description of the YouTube video. I'll also have it in the blog. Hopefully you'll come back again soon. Please go shopping. Support my crafty habit and my videos. If you're thinking about becoming a demonstrator, consider using me as your upline. Talk to you later. Come back soon. Bye-bye.